If you want to hit the ball longer, straighter, and more consistently, you have to learn how to use your body correctly. In today's video, Giles and I are going to show you the easiest way to do that.
So the golden rule is you want to shift the pressure in your feet as much as possible with the smallest amount of body shift in the backswing. So before we get into the details, get up, grab a golf club and do it with me. If you place your feet together and just swing back and forth, you will start to learn what it feels like to move pressure in your feet without having big body sways. When I do this in the backswing, I can feel my pressure shift to the right foot, but I'm not lunging off, I'm staying centered. And as I come down, I can feel the pressure shift to the left foot. It's the easiest way to get an instant win.
All right, Giles, let me test this out here. So feet together as our starting point, as I'm swinging the club back, very easy for me to feel like on the way back, the weight's transferring into my trail foot, but my body's not moving massively away from the target. And then I counter that with my feel to the left foot. Now, once I get my basic motion, how do we start to enhance this a little bit? I start to get the feet a little wider.
Start to go. So if your feet together, go then one club head width apart.
Okay.
Then go two and then go back up to your full swing. And again, we're trying to shift pressure in the feet. You can feel it. It feels powerful, but we're not having a huge body sway.
So you'll see some pros on the screen that'll show a line up the right hip and reducing the amount the body's working to the right, but then also how far away from that they work in the follow through. We'll get to that, but I think to add the first layer of detail here, one that Giles and I love, I've been using this forever, how we add a little layer is where the pressure actually is in the feet and start to add some details to the timing of things and maybe how much. Now, as we progressively go from the feet being together to one club head apart to maybe into the two club head apart range. Now when I start with the club forward, I'm actually also going to start with my trail foot up on the toes. So the heel is off the ground. Now as I swing back, this is the mantra that I'd like you to have. The heel is going to press down of my trail foot first, heel down, then the club and arms go. And as I swing back, I'm actually going to pick my lead heel up a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit. And then I'm going to flip that on the way down, right? I'm going to go heel first, arms through.
So we've got shift, swing, shift, swing.
Shift, swing, shift, swing. And notice as I'm doing this continuation, I can basically keep, I mean, I could pause if I wanted to, but it's the heel planting or the shifting that leads the way, then the arms and club.
Exactly.
Heel down, arms and club.
And the one thing I would probably say is you feel like your feet are shifting loads, but your body's probably not shifting much at all. From the face-on view, it might be half an inch, maybe even less than that. It's a small, small, small amount, but it will feel a lot in your feet.
Love it.
So here's a really simple drill to help highlight this motion where we're not having that massive sway off. I've just got an alignment stick with a basket, placed it in the ground, and it's about a golf ball outside of Eric's trail leg right there. So Eric, if you show the motion, you can see the pressure shift, but he's not smashing into that alignment stick. It might close up the space a tiny bit, but he is keeping a large majority there. So he's got a little tiny shift, if anything, and then he goes away from it as much as possible in the downswing.
So as we're starting this, as I'm feeling this motion, Giles, I'd like to start maybe step one of this is like a half swing length.
Yeah.
So as I start to feel that and put that into a swing, I've got some guidance here. I'm not going to shift too far to the right. We'll talk about the follow-through destination in a moment. But as you're feeling this in my swing now, with a real swing, I'm going to feel like I press into my trail foot a little as the club goes back. I stay inside the line, and then I press into my lead foot as the club goes through. You get a lot for free by doing that.
So much for free.
Okay, so I'm going to press into the trail foot, arms and club back, press into the lead foot, arms and club through. And there'd be my little half swing.
And you can see even for a shot like that, you've got a great amount of distance. Just like any other sport, you've got to move your body correctly.
Yeah. Okay, step two, same feels here, working into a 3/4 swing length. So we're just advancing a little bit by lengthening out the swing. Same feels, press into the trail foot, stay inside the stick, press into the lead foot, the arms follow. And lastly, we'll take that into a full swing. Press into the foot, then the arms, press into the foot, then the arms. Okay, now on the way down, you'll see with a lot of the players like Scottie Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, Rory McIlroy, and pretty much any good ball striker, not only do they stay pretty centered without shifting on the way back, But as they shift on the way through, their hips are going to obviously move way forward. And Giles, the primary reasoning why we do that is for low point?
Low point control. It gets that low point past.
Yeah, hit the ball
Hence why
solid.
we're allowed a little tiny shift off, but the big shift is really towards the target. And we actually see it's around kind of 6 inches, we'll see, past where they started. It's quite a big amount.
It's quite a big amount. I think a lot of you on this, that when they watch on there, you're going to see it's like, holy cow, that's quite a bit. Simple reference for those players, you'll see, you can use the same stick by your right hip, but now on the way through, try and get your hips, while fully turned, as far away from that as possible. Okay, Giles, we talked about working away from the stick, but how else can we feel and execute the downswing weight forward?
Exactly, and I think one of the key things we got to know, just like a sat nav, you got to have a starting location and a destination, or you need to know what your destination feels like. So here's a really simple drill anybody can do to figure this out. So I've grabbed an alignment stick, placed it in line with the golf ball, and I'm going to set up right here. Now I'm going to take the golf club, put it into my lead hip and grip down and get into my golf posture. My cue here is I'm going to try and keep my head on the alignment stick, and I'm going to push my belt buckle towards the target so my butt is completely past that line. Now you can see in this position here, if I was to extend my arms out away from me, that is an awesome position. And when we look at tour pros, we see basically every single one in that position. We do not see them look like this. Their head's not going forwards, their hips aren't back. It's the opposite. They're more this way. Now, obviously, take it with a pinch of salt. If you're in your 70s, 80s, you might not be able to get into the same position as me. You might see the head go forward slightly, but if you can still get those hips past the line with the head slightly back of it, it's going to get you into a really good position. You're going to get that low point after the ball. Then from there, the progression is very, very simple. Let's start with half swings. We can do the little heel lifts, and we can start to just hold this follow through position. And you can see my butt is completely past that line right there, and you can gradually build it up. So Eric, why don't I test you out and get you in here?
Let's do it. All right, Giles, let's give this a shot here.
So I'm going to hold your head back so it doesn't go forwards, and now turn to the target, push your hips past, and your goal is to try and get it as much past the pelvis, as much past that alignment stick as possible. Now, what are you feeling right there?
Yeah, I feel my hips and belt buckle push forward, a little bit of the old glute squeeze.
Yeah.
And then definitely head and chest back, like chest up towards the sky.
Love that feeling right
Hips
there.
forward, head back.
And you can see there pretty much the whole of Eric's pelvis is completely past that alignment stick, and he shifted his weight towards the target, resulting in an awesome strike. So just a reminder, the golden rule is we want to shift as much pressure as possible in the feet with minimal body sway in the backswing.
From there on the way down, get your hips as far forward towards the target, 6 inches or so, while the head stays back over the ball line. All right, guys, so there you have it, Mr. Giles weight shift, how to make your golf swing easier. If you want to check out Giles' YouTube channel, we'll put that in the first link down below. Awesome videos, in-person golf schools now, online lessons. You want to contact Giles. If you guys have any questions about this video for either of us, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. If you want more on weight shift, here's a great video we did with my friend John Dunnigan. More details on how the feet work as well. Watch this one next.